Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. I am Black Ice 73. Make sure you subscribe, like, dislike, hit the notification bell, share button. Let people know you watching me. Whatever. My question is today about the coronavirus is should doctors risk their lives about the coronavirus when they don't know what they're fighting? The reason I asked that, it was just released, I think today or it might be in yesterday because China is like 13 hours ahead of us. That a Chinese hospital director had died trying to treat the coronavirus. And how can they treat something when they don't know what they're fighting? They don't have a cure. They're not even in the process. They're not even close to having a cure. So they should just put them in. My question is, I think, well, my answer, my comment, my statement, one of the two. I think they should just put them in containment and see what happens. I know you got companies trying to work on a $1 billion cure, trying to make money, make $1 billion off the cure they're trying to develop. But until then, why, if you was a doctor, I know you took that Hippocratic oath, a Hippocratic, a hypocritical, one of the two. I know you took that oath. Also, I want to just say doctors, I want to say nurses, nurse petitions, and all those too, especially nurse petition. Sometimes I think they're more important than the doctor. But reason I asked the question, I made that statement, why this is not like HIV or AIDS. They say this coronavirus can be so potent, you can just get it from somebody could have been just cough on their hand and it touched you, and you mess around forgetting you been on road to know you got the coronavirus. So is it worth those medical experts putting themselves at risk but they don't have a solution to stop it? Because the only solution they seem to have now, pump them with the IV and lock them up in a room somewhere for 2 weeks or more. Okay, here's how this article go right here. It said the director of a Chinese hospital at the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak became one of its victims Tuesday, despite all-out effort to save his life. As Chinese health officials say. The president of Wuchang Hospital in Hubei province died of coronavirus-related pneumonia, Chinese daily report. The hospital, one of the 7 designated for the epidemic in Wuhan, treated thousands of people each day. Treat thousands of people each day. Liu, 51, was a leading figure in the neurosurgery. The newspaper said the Wuhan Health Commissioner said Liu made important contributions in the work of fighting and controlling the virus known as COVID-19. Unfortunately, he became infected and passed away at 10:54 Tuesday morning after all our effort to save him failed, the commission said. His death was one of 98 on Tuesday. 98 people died on Tuesday alone. You just gonna burn that junk off. 100 people died on Tuesday alone that being reported. We don't know what the official numbers are. You know how China get down. It said pushing the global death toll to 1,875. I'm a freaking idiot or something, man. I can't even get it out. Idiot. It's pushing the total death toll to 1,875, including 1,789 is the Hubei all about all handful of global. The virus-related deaths have occurred in mainland China. It said total affected rose Tuesday to more than 73,000, all about a few hundreds, with all but a few hundred in mainland China. The Chinese Center of Disease Control and Prevention put the overall death rate of the COVID-19 virus at 2.3% compared to the season flu death toll of 0.1%. Still, the coronavirus death rate is far below that acute respiratory syndrome SARS, which swept across China almost 2 decades ago. SARS death rate was almost 10%, although less than 10,000 SARS cases were ever confirmed. So you really can't compare that then. It says 73,000 people have been affected by COVID-19. They said Chinese studies also found that more than 80% of the cases have been mild, with the sick and the elderly most at risk. Men are more likely to die than women. That's all. That in every case. That's in everything. It's like men's are. It's like got a shut off button. We die before women. How the hell doctors ain't figured that part out yet? Like my grandfather died. I think it was in '88, and my grandmother just passed away 2018. How the world that happened, man? I know my grandfather, he was a heavy smoker, but please, this ain't just my grandfather, my uncles, other men. Why men die before women? Is it the work? Is that done? Oh, I ain't talking about that. Men are more likely to die than women. The report suggests the outbreak peaked in late January. Lauren Gardner, a Johns Hopkins University civil engineer professor who spearheaded the mapping website for the coronavirus, said it's too early in the outbreak to estimate mortal rate. The death rate is much lower than current estimates, she said. We don't know how many actual cases is it, she said. Like I said, China ain't gonna give you all the damn answers or all the numbers. Our reporting to date is biased by the several cases that actually seek medical attention, but there are likely many mild cases that are not reported because these individuals don't seek medical care. The Food Drug Administration said it has pulled respiratory from. I'm gonna stop reading, dog. Respiratory start with an R, but the word I'm reading start with an I. How the hell do I say okay. Pull inspectors and respiratory. Sounds same, don't it? Hell no. From China due to from the virus concern and warns the United States might face shortage of critical medical products if the outbreak proceeds. The federal agent halt inspections of drugs and device factories due to the State Department warning against the travel to China. The FDA has faced congressional scrutiny for its oversight of the overseas factories. Following high-profile recall on blood pressure-lowering medications and report reveal further overseas inspections in recent years. You know that cruise ship in Japan? More than 500 people got that done coronavirus now. 500 people. You know it's gonna be more because it's 3,000 people on there. And then it was reported the other day, or was it this morning, that it's hard for them to keep the passengers on the ship in a cabinet. They still roaming around. I too, if I were on that ship, I'd be roaming around too. You tell me I'm gonna be locked up in a bathroom, pretty much. A ship cabin is not that big. So you gonna tell me I'm gonna be locked up in that junk for 14 during the day? Shit, no. Y'all better open up that swimming pool or that surfing thing out there. Break open that bar. I'm gonna build a tab. Even though I don't drink, I'm about to build a tab. Y'all got me stuck on this junk. But they said the coronavirus continued to sweep through the Quarantine Prince cruise ship. The Diamond Prince thought that the quarantine at the port of Yokohama, Japan, as of Tuesday, 542 cases of the virus had been identified among the 3,711 passengers and crew. The director of National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Disease and National Institute of Health. Come on, people. Did I just read that? They should have just brought it. They should have just used the doing initials. That's a long name. Said the quarantine effort on the ship failed. Yeah, it's failed. Cause with the staff scared, the people scared. You ain't really keep them people on that ship. Them people like, man, y'all don't kill my butt. You couldn't get on this ship. Stay in the room. And then, as you know, United States flew in 300 other people this week. And they found out 14 people was affected with the coronavirus riding the same bus with the people who wasn't affected. There was a whole lot of pissed off people on that bus. And they said when they found that out, they was like, oh shit, man. We're gonna have to be locked up for a little bit longer. Cause they got that new case. It was just terrible. They're like, damn, we gotta be quarantined again. But the crazy part about it, I think the CDC, this is my opinion. You know my opinions suck, man. my opinions smell like doo-doo. But my opinion is I think the CDC wanted more cases to be brought back to the United States, but they can study the people they sell. Because you go from saying you're not gonna let anybody fly in the country who are showing signs of the coronavirus and to allowing 14 other people flying in the country on the same bus with other people who don't have the coronavirus. So are you doing that to create more illness? I don't put it past them, dog. People, I don't put it past them. So we know the history. We know how a bunch of stuff being cured in the United States and around the world. You got to have more people. You got to have more guinea pigs, more patients. You know, when you run out the animal trials, you got to go to the human trials. I know we got people who go around the country testing out medications, but they don't have no people. The only way they're gonna test out the coronavirus is that you ask the people who've been affected. So we can go ahead and I think the coronavirus is they brought it back to the United States so they can go ahead and test it and they can help Bill Gates and whoever people to develop the medicine faster for they can be the leading distributor of the medicine. People, the coronavirus is all about money. It's all about money. It's a shame, but it's all about money. To the people in the labs, they trying to make it. They go down in history like we're the people that cured the coronavirus, and they also will have a nice little B behind they doing behind a number in their bank account. When I said B, I'm talking about billions of dollars. Of course, it's a race. It's always a race. It might be at people's expense. And you know, I read the articles to say the Chinese director had the coronavirus, but at the same time, they mentioned him early in the thing, but that was it. And they still got over 150 million people in China on lockdown. They said more than 10% of the country population. 10%. 150,000 be half of our population in the United States. We would not win a hand-on-hand battle with China. No people got a billion some people. We're gonna have to join forces with India. Hey, tell you, I'm dark. I blend in, call me a third world citizen in India you want to. I don't care. Billion gets a billion. Nah, but for real, it's more than 10% of the country population face restrictions on how often they can leave their home. It's across China, officials have imposed control over varieties kind of people movement, hoping that minimize the contact would prevent the virus from calculating further. Yeah. You know I screwed up the name again. What the hell I be looking at when I say that junk? It's supposed to be circulating. How I get calculated? To get the scale and see, this is why they need me be on. This is why they need me to be on the news. Every time I mess up, I like, did y'all see that same shit going across the dumb teleprompter? I know I just seen that. I need to be on like pay-per-view news. I get this the version of the pay-per-view news when you can say it and you don't have to worry about being censored by the FDA. To gauge the scale of this policy, the New York Times examined dozens of local government announcements and report from the state-run news outlet. The Times analyzed found that at least 150 million people in China, over 10% of the country population, are facing government restrictions about how often they can leave their home. They represent a subset of the more than 760 million people in China whose neighborhood and village have imposed strict and some sort of resident coming and going. As the Times reported over the weekend, that large figure represent more than half of the country population. Now, roughly 1 in 10 people on the planet. Ooh, I see what they said in China at one time. You can have one child because China is fertile. Those people are fertile. What did that doing? That general from back in the days, way before we were born, he conquered too much land. China locked down very widely in a strictly neighborhood. In some places, require residents only to show ID, sign in, and have their temperature checked when they enter. Others prohibit residents from bringing guests. But in places with more, only one person from each household is allowed to leave their home at a time. It's not necessary every day. Many neighborhoods have issued the equivalent of paper hall pass to ensure that residents comply. And one district in the city of Xing, the authority said the authority has that residents may leave their home only once every 3 days to shop for food and other necessities. They also specify that the shopping may not take longer than 2 hours. Tens of millions of other people are living in places where local officials have encouraged but not ordered neighborhoods to restrict people's ability to leave their home. The Times found. See, I'm gonna give you another. This is another right here. You know you heard of the New World Order. Some take it serious, some don't take it serious. But if China can force 750 million people, and as you see what I just read a little bit, telling them you only can leave out your house 3 times, telling some you can only leave out your house 3 times. I mean, yeah, 3 times a week. In some cases, telling them only one person can leave out the house every 3 days or so. This is a new world order. It low key how the new world order. I don't want to be one of conspiracy, but we all know it's a new world order, and I see this as a test. It's a lawmaker. If they want to come to it, like in any city in the United States, most of the cities in the United States, you only have a few ways to get in the city. You have a few ways to get out the city. And they can barricade them darn ways, and you'd be stuck in the darn city. They can quarantine you quickly. Great state of New York. Great city of New York can get quarantined quickly. As you seen when they had that power failure about 5, 6 years ago, and they screening them people, they can shut a city down. A lot of these doing military tests and stuff. Remember 2 years ago when they lowered that Black Hawk down in downtown LA and they were doing drills there? The military and officials could shut a whole city down, not allow you to leave or nothing. And China is proving that right now. China is proving that you can shut down half of your country, even though it's 750 million people. It's just something to think about. Could they be fudging the numbers, saying it's high? It could be fudging the numbers, saying it's low. And like, hey, we don't want y'all to leave, or you'll be jailed or be killed. That's just my opinion. Sometimes wrong, sometimes right, but this one seemed like they're on the right mark. Just keep on going. They're saying with many neighborhoods and locals decided their own partisan resident movement, it is possible that the total number of affected people is even higher still. Oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that more people affected by the coronavirus than actually being put out, because us outsiders see China as one big dictatorship, but China it's like a country within a country when it comes to some parts of China. So some information get out, some information don't. You see what happened? Look what happened in the United States last year, a year before last. Japan, not Japan, when Puerto Rico experienced that hurricane. Some people see Puerto Rico as their own country. But you withheld supplies from places like from Puerto Rico and stuff like that, you control the whole country. Because you seen just earlier this year or late 2019 when they found all the supply locked up in the warehouse, not getting to the people. We can't trust the country. We can't trust our government, every government around the world, when it comes to everything. I don't know. I guess that's why I'm bipartisan. I don't trust the Dem. I don't trust the Republicans. I don't trust about that. All of them got their own agenda. They say about 500 people will be released on Wednesday from a quarantine cruise ship that has been a hotspot of the outbreak. Japan health minister said on Tuesday, but confusion about the release was widespread as officials left many questions unanswered. And like I said in the previous video, Japan got to get this shit under control quickly, because they having the Olympics in Japan in 2020. So Japan being extra cautious, because they screw up and let this junk get out of control in Japan, bruh. All them billions you don't spent on y'all Olympics will go to waste because I'm telling you, United States people ain't coming. United States athlete is not coming. They have proven. Because you see how fast Brazil had to work their ass off to get their junk clean. Because them people said, I'm not getting in that dirty ass water. Y'all better find a solution, or y'all gonna be missing a whole bunch of people from the United States. And I don't blame them. They said the minister said 2,404 people on the ship had tested negative for the virus, but it did not say how it had decided who would be allowed to leave on Wednesday or when others might be released. The ship, the Diamond Princess, has been moored off Yokohama since February the 4th. Earlier in the day, the minister announced that 88 additional cases of coronavirus were confirmed on the ship, bringing the total to 542 people. So, with 542 people affected by the coronavirus on that Japanese ship, that 1 in every 7 person, give or take. That 1 in every 7 person, give or take. Close enough. You know what I'm saying? It's 35, 500, 7 times 5. I mean, 7 times 500, 3,500. In one district in the city of Zen, the authorities have the resident may leave their home once only 3. Oh shit! I jumped one back. My bad. This early in the day, the minister announced 88 additional 542 people. They said Australia plans to. They said about 200 of its citizens aboard the ship on Wednesday. They plan on coming to get them, but they, Australia's scared too. Australia going through that doing fire and all that kind of stuff. So, won't be a bunch of people available just to go ahead and, get the people. But they said, and other countries have similar plans, but Japan officials did not say whether any of those people were among the 500 who will be allowed to disembark. The government did not explain the timing of the release. With the expedition of the 2 weeks quarantine imposed on the ship, but it was not clear if that was the reaction for letting people go. They said some public health experts said that 14 days isolation period makes sense only if it begins with the most recent infected. In other words, new cases mean a continuing risk of exposing and should restart the quarantine clock. That is crazy right there. I understand, but it's crazy. So they just said was 88 more people who was affected by the coronavirus on the ship today. So if that clock got to start over again, if that's the case, it'd be a new case every day. No people gonna be on that ship for damn 2 years. If they go by that clock. You got 3,500 people on the ship. And if they start over every time somebody get the coronavirus, shit, that's more than 2 years. If everybody in the coronavirus everybody on that shit get a coronavirus once a week. My bad, they've done that shit for 10 years. Got done. 365 days in the year. 3,500 people on there. Yeah. They'll be on that shit at least 9.7 months if they start over like that, but I know they ain't gonna start over like that. Butcher Lynn, stop. I'm doing dolls. Y'all already know by now. Damn Butcher Lynn. I don't know why they try to get in the wrestling match. Butcher Lynn, God. Butch, Leanne, go to bed. Go to bed now. Go. Thank you. No, go to bed. Don't stop. Sorry about that. In addition, many affected people have tested negative initially only to test positive a day later. So they're saying you can test negative Monday, but on Tuesday, you got the coronavirus. So after becoming sick, the Japanese announcement suggests that Japanese people who are released will not be isolated. A decision officials did not explain. It's more than 300 Americans was released this week before that period was complete and transported to the United States. Stop it. On 2 charter flights. Didn't I just say stop it? $14. God damn. My dogs are hard headed. Y'all got dogs. Y'all know how hard headed dogs are sometimes. It's 2 of them. 1, 3, 1 is 2. So, it's a whole bunch of it's a whole bunch of energy. There's a whole bunch of energy going on. And the girl is 3. And she always see him as a little boy. And the boy is 2. He got fit, both of them fits. But with his little wing is now. So the girl don't be having it. She be slapping him across the face like, get back. Stop. Y'all 2 get out. Go eat. Do something. Go drink some water. I'm gonna tell you, other than coronavirus now, if you plan on having children, get you 2 pets. If you can handle them 2 pets, you'll be able to handle a child. Cause God damn it. That's what I said too, Kristen. That's the same thing I said too. They both sell the governments a line. Nobody ain't they ain't trying to get out the real answers. They don't care if the people they don't really care if the people who got the coronavirus survive or whatever. They don't care. Right now, it's in a race of who gonna make the money. Just like they're doing fictional, who trying to get to the moon first. Who cares? That's how they feel about them people got the coronavirus. They just see them as patient 9 or patient 10, They don't see them as people. That's what I said, Kristen. I said the same thing too. That's what I said earlier. I said the CDC seems to want to spread their junk around. That's why they're bringing new cases, so-called new cases, are the people I didn't know they was affected, so I need to bring them to the United States. I think we can get them better treatment. How can they get them better treatment when there are no treatment to treat them with? They should have left them people. I know on them doing ship. Let doing nature take care of itself. Because it's not, like they said, everybody not dying from it. I ain't trying to sound mean or anything, but everybody not dying from the coronavirus. So you just pump them with some IV or teach them how to fix their own IV, because there's a lot of doctors dying and nurses dying from that junk. Teach them how to do their own IV. You're not lying on both parties, the Dem and the Republican, because if they can go down there a whole month of January and half of February talking about impeaching the president, but nobody wasn't talking about the coronavirus like that, with people dying and stuff. So, yeah, the leadership sucks. To be honest with you, I love the United States. Chris, I don't know where you from, but I love the United States. But at the same time, you look at our doing government, you're like, how do you people still surviving? How do you people, so-called, some of the leaders? Oh, okay, I live in Georgia myself. You'd be like, how do the United States still doing so well? Because I was doing Government sometimes be having you confused. Yeah. But yeah, people. I'm not a germaphobe or anything. But please cover your mouth when you're around me. Calm. Shh. Y'all hear him? Hey, thank you for watching the video. I think it's time for my dogs to go ahead and take their done afternoon nap. I hope you all have a great day. Yeah. See, you can go back a little bit more. you can go you can go back a little bit more with Obama. I'll just think about their legacy. Good people, thank y'all for watching. I hope I can come back later on. But right now, it's time for my dogs to go to bed. Cause them jokers in here fussing and fighting like they crazy. Y'all have a good afternoon. Now I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, don't come in here with them puppy dog eyes now.